Alright, well, I figure I should probably note something before, I push on from this, point here. It's very much the point that, when you basically run into, your first empire, so the Rotharian Star Empire, or network, you basically want them to, basically try and, peace out whoever they can, or at least be on, non-aggression terms with them. With the, coalition of planets, I basically want these guys to, not really, penetrate my space and, be, taking the miners that, I'm trying to, grab hold of. So, that's why I'm basically locking off, this area over here. And part of building this outpost over here is just so I can lock off this area over here from, them getting over to, the Levi system. I always want to, get these guys basically into my sphere of influence for the most part. The other thing to note, by the way, as well, we're going to start building, I think, the continuum scanners, basically, in these, areas over here, to try and, have, a jump, basically, on these guys, I want basically see into, their sectors a little bit, what's basically coming at me if I need to, so, we're going to start doing that now, some of these, sectors out over here, Kajam, Prosperia here, Abydos. Basically, I want to make these systems vanguards, to any aggression these guys might have toward me. So that's the plan. Same these sectors down here when we get around to it, but we have to colonize these first. All right, so the other thing to note, by the way, as well, I don't really care so much about the Carter invaders as much as I do to the coalition plans for them coming to my territory, so I'm actually tempted to go to the Qatar invaders and you want to trade? And I might start trading with them a little bit if I get the chance to, so that'll be the plan with them.
We have a new technology.
And excellent, we accept ourselves a new technology.
We have established contact with an alien culture.
And for some reason I now met the Harak. I didn't go into their territory, but whatever, there's the Harak. These guys basically are a hostile,
Terraforming has been completed.
faction in the game.
Affairs has a message for us.
And wow, these guys just dropped me an alliance. Okay, we'll take that. Apparently gonna ally the Cyborg very soon. Oh, you know what basically happened? I think what's happened over here is that these guys been forced out of their sector, the Harak, so that's why they're basically over here now.
Affirmative.
Interesting. By the way, these guys are about to declare war on me because they always declare war on whenever they see you, these guys for the most part. And we terraform planets over here, so great.
Select a planet for terraforming.
Just let that guy just get to work for the most part over there.
Affirmative. Affirmative.
I'm basically gonna do this trick where I basically colonize one planet, colonize the other planet when I get around to it over here and scale them. So let's just get terraforming stuff here, I guess, for now with those guys. And by the way, energy tech level 4, great to basically have, so awesome. Just gonna basically throw the technology basically elsewhere for this guy right now. I've almost basically got this basically out of the way, just special research. That'll be nice to basically be done with. So hooray! All right, these guys still want to build up their titanium mines, so I can build these up in one turn. Let's get get to it for the most part. So actually, what I don't do before I basically do anything else here, I need to get myself the titanium distribution center basically online here, so I can basically start sending titanium out to the rest of the universe from this guy. So we're gonna buy this here, and I'll basically be able to start building titanium basically out wherever I want to from Kantars here. So that'll be his goal basically right now. Let's get this stuff basically built over here. I do want to build a Synergy actually Academy over here in Hecka, by the way, so I'll probably want to get this basically up and running too as well at some point, but we'll get the other stuff basically here first for this stuff here. And these guys just built their hot houses, so they have more food basically, like, you know, at their disposal, so hooray. Go Zyrek, go. Really at this point, I should build, like, you know, some laboratories up here, but, you know, I guess I want to build some fabricators just to, like, you know, be able to build in one turn again. That's the thing, by the way. You want basically, like, I like to usually build, like, you know, the laboratories and stuff like that, like, early on, with, like, one turn each. If, like, you know, you upgrade, like, you know, early on like this, it, you know, costs, like, a lot, basically, like, you know, to build them, so in order to build these up, basically, right now, I have to, like, you know, build up a few more fabricators, so, like, you know, build them up in one turn, so that's a thing. Yes, there's a Hiroka fighter right there. Long range, speed 2, good maneuverability, lots of damage in this thing. 1728, like, you know, beam weapon damage is nothing to scoff at. Quite a bit of, like, you know, hull and shield for this guy as well.
A Rotharian outpost is complete.
External Affairs has a message for us.
Neat! The Heroic didn't declare war right away, so interesting. We got our alliance with the Zyrando. These guys declined their trigger so that didn't happen at all. And yeah, note by over here, I now have, like, you know, a nice, like, you know, broad, like, green, you know, barrier based around, like, you know, Akate here. And he doesn't have, like, this, like, system colonized. Basically, for this guy to, like, you know, be able to do anything on Akate over here for, like, you know, stuff, he has to go all around, like, this way to get around to it. And if I'm quick enough, I might be able to lock this area down for, like, you know, outposts and such, basically, to prevent him, like, you know, from getting access to, like, you know, the Myers basically up here if I get a chance to. And of course, this, like, locks down his system as well, so he can't, like, colonize this stuff as well, so nice as well. Ooh! I forgot that these guys basically have a space dock over here, so we actually can use these guys to, like, you know, look around a little bit more now.
Affirmative.
Let's go over here with these guys.
Affirmative.
We have an aggression with, like, the, like, you know, the coalition, so I can basically run into, like, the heroic systems, like, you know, see what they basically have, like, you know, in there.
Affirmative.
We also send this guy down to Arcturus, because we can basically, like, you know, start colonizing and stuff.
Select a planet for terraforming. This system will be colonized.
We'll colonize this, like, you know, Arctic planet right here. Get that out of the way. Now, note by the way for, like, Kentaris here. Note that this guy basically has, like, you know, 4,821 titanium basically available. And all the sectors that I can basically go to now will basically have, like, you know, a whole lot of, like, you know, titanium basically use if they want to build up stuff. The goal of this, like, system here will be to supply, like, the rest of my empire, like, titanium now, so I want this guy basically to build up a whole lot of, like, titanium basically to do so. Let's get this basically out of the way at some point, and we'll get this going as well. We're gonna build this up over here and build this stuff over here. Now, I just basically built up, like, you know, a structure here and, like, stopped, like, you know, building up our, like, you know, other stuff over here, I guess, so I want to basically get back to the basic fabricators at some point here, but for now, let's just, like, show off, like, you know, the continuum scan and stuff like that, so basically, like, this is, like, you know, a planetary structure that lets you, like, you know, scan out from, like, you know, your systems, and it's a great way of basically, like, keeping an eye on, like, you know, surroundings, so we're just gonna start buying, like, these up, basically, like, you know, these, like, you know, fringe, like, you know, outposts over here, or, like, you know, sectors over here. We'll get one here in, like, you know, Abydos too as well, so why not? I like to do this basically whenever I like, you know, go for a long-term type of game where, like, you know, we're not basically invading other people and stuff like that. You might want to, like, you know, have like a sort of like, you know, defensive perimeter basically set up on like your frames basically to, like, you know, keep an eye on everyone and, like, you know, keep yourself like aware of what's basically going to happen, so to speak. Eventually I want to build like stuff like minefields and, like, you know, ship defenses to, like, you know, prevent like invasion and stuff like that from hitting as well. And this guy's running out of food, unfortunately, so let's get a few more of these basically up and running over here, I think. And a few more of these. Merga looks to be alright for a moment for doing stuff, so why not? Let's just build this stuff up over here. I can. I will.
We claim this system in the name of the Rotharian Star Network.
So the first forms have built their hives on the surface.
A Rotharian outpost is complete.
Terraforming has been completed.
And somehow I've gotten like a second turn out to Hiroka or, like, you know, kind of war me. Now, I'll note by over here, like, you know, the Hiroka sector. Here's basically the front scout that they usually, you know, they get like early on. Basically, this thing has the speed of 1, but it's got, like, you know, long range, so a fairly good, like, you know, star scout with the, you know, the front to make use if you want to. And by the way, note that Hiroka basically starting to build up their ships now, so
Affirmative.
he's gonna have some fire space around here if he wants to do stuff. Hey, cool, I can get to this sector now if I want to, so great.
Affirmative. Affirmative.
We're gonna send 2 people down here to Malona. I'll probably build, like, you know, a scanner basically over here in, like, you know, Mizar, so that will come eventually. I'm gonna blow these basically up for now. Alright, I've also basically built up its, like, you know, continuum scanner, so it's gonna do that with this guy right here. You're gonna build up a continuum scanner basically, so you can basically see what's going on around you. Archer is a little bit far back, so I don't really care about them too much, but, you know, for redundancy, I could actually build a continuum scanner here if I want to, but we're gonna, like, you know, assume for now I don't really need to, so we'll stick with the one basically in the planet, like, you know, ahead of it over here, Abydos. We need energy basically for this thing now, so we'll power it up with this thing. We'll do it like so for this guy. Alright, these guys are almost done over here.
Select a planet for terraforming.
Affirmative.
Now, note power is like some, like, you know, major faction over here, like, you know, in this area. It looks like they're going to Karor because they basically have, like, you know, stuff here, but, you know, I'll note that Karor is basically a Mire, like, you know, system over here, and it's very possible that they basically are just sitting on it to, like, you know, just camp it out, make them, like, you know, scatter their ships like they are at Hork over here, but, you know, not entirely sure what they're basically doing over here at the moment. So we're just gonna, like, keep an eye on this area for us right now. You know, the thing about this guy only needs to build, like, you know, one primitive factory and then we'll build a space dock, so we'll do that with him. And yes, note by the way, over here we have this outpost going, like, all the way down here, so once we basically have, like, you know, this basically colonized over here, we'll basically have, like, you know, a nice little, like, you know, border to, like, you know, bring around, like, you know, Zyborg here a little bit.
We have a new technology.
This computer's basically done.
Our scientists have completed a research terraforming has been completed.
So apparently we completed this research over here. And here's what I really want to basically find. So, there's special research in this game that basically boosts up your, like, you know, specific research you basically want. So you can basically have, like, you know, a boost in biology and energy, computer and propulsion, construction weapons. I always go for this one because it's basically the hardest one to like level up for like your stuff, so a very good technology space to get access to right away. I'm gonna log it for now, but you know, that'll be something I always want to level up in the future to like, get stuff done. Alright, you're gonna build up a space dock, I guess, in a turn, but you know. Build this up for now right here.
This system will be colonized. Select a planet for terraforming.
We'll basically get to work basically like, you know, terraforming this stuff over here.
For terraforming. Select a planet for terraforming.
I'll note that the plan right now is basically just to like, you know,
Affirmative.
establish like, you know, a boundary space over here for most parts, so. Well, they fired upon the heroic fight over here, these guys, so these guys are definitely fighting each other, the like, you know, heroic and like, you know, the coalition of planets. I'll note, by the way, if I want to, I could actually try and bribe these guys to like, you know, be on my side, but again, low like, you know, corruptibility, so I have this much like, you know, luck basically going after Brain, who are basically inside my sphere of influence, as like opposed to like the heroic, or like, you know, sort of outside of it.
Affirmative.
So it's definitely like two like major, there's actually two major factions based over here, by the way, for like, you know, on Khaoran. So when you basically like, you know, them bundle up like this, it means like just like, you know, two factions basically next to each other. It could be that like this is like a Mars ship over here, but it's more like you know, there's like two like, you know, major basically on top of each other over here. So that's the thing over here.
Select a planet for terraforming.
You know what? Just work on the planet. That's gonna
Select a planet for terraforming.
take forever. Alright, well, let's see here. You're building that for a turn. I'll note that over in Albios we basically build up our scanner, so basically you know, build a power support you know, supply for it, so. Oh, it's already on. So I'll note, by the way, having this basically on lets me see like, you know, into like this guy's like, you know, territory a little bit, so it can see like around me a little bit here. Except for like this like area, I really can't see that because it's unknown, but whatever. We're gonna build the like solar, the wood turbines I think over here next, just like this guy can like, you know, not have to power it up with like his own stuff there. Then let's focus on that and build this stuff up. I could build up his barracks, so that's great for it. Let's have it build up, you know, let's see here. I want this guy actually to build this basically up here, so I can basically get the morale and the energy tech bonus over here. So should really aim for that. And by the way, I'll note that I like, you know, tech level, like, you know, computer tech 4, and I guess like, you know, something else. Is it this one? No, it's this one. I'll note basically like, you know, tech 4. For computers, basically access to like this like, you know, coordinated like intelligent instrument. This is a very powerful like, you know, what is it? It's basically like a powerful structure you can basically build a Rotharian star network to basically like, you know, up like your intel. They also have access to something else as well, the theoretical simulator. You get this basically like, you know, energy tech 4 and like computers like, you know, tech 4. This lets you boost up your research. Something up with the Rotharians that they're very like, you know, energy dependent because they have like all these special structures that can basically power up, like, you know, the regenerator, the like, you know, the like, you know, coordinated institute, which is supposed to like, you know, the theoretical simulator, and like all these like will require like a lot of power base to power up, but for now, we're basically gonna focus on building a fabricator up here in Heck, I think, and we're gonna like, you know, focusing this this like academy basically out of the way, and like, you know, we'll focus on the other stuff. Basically, it's like the turn, like around the turn of it, like, you know, the game where like, you know, the friends basically have to like, you know, build all this stuff all at once, so to speak. So we're getting all the good stuff basically with them. And it's gonna take a while, but whatever. Let's build these basically up right here. It's too bad there's like no power basically on Zeph here, because like, you know, I would like to be doing our stuff and like, you know, powering up this guy's stuff, but whatever. We're gonna build this basically here, and we'll build this basically right here. No biodifical simulator you can build like, you know, on any like planet. I don't have access to like the Khaoran Institute. That's basically something you have to build like, you know, in like your like, you know, homeworld, so to speak. So that's the thing to note by the way about the like, you know, the structure right there. Alright, it's online, so you can see a little bit around here for like, you know, the guitar. I'll note with like these like, you know, free having like, you know, they're like, you know, scanners on, I'll be able to like to see like all like the guitar's basically moves over here, so we basically have this guy basically locked down for the most part. And with like this guy's like, you know, outpost over here, I'm able to like, you know, see like, you know, into this guy's like, you know, spear as well. Quite a bit. It might actually interest me to build like an art outpost over here, for example, to like, you know, have a nice like, you know, array basically look around in here as well, but you know, this is good enough for now basically to like, you know, lock down this area. Alright, let's see here. Build this up. Actually, you know what? Let's build like 3 more of these. Then we'll build that. Then we'll upgrade this. Just get that out of the way. I'm getting all the nice stuff done at least. I'm happy about that. I should probably note by way of Nox here. I plan to make this guy like into like, you know, my distribution facility area, but it's such like a needed like good right now. I'm basically like you really can't with this guy just yet, but you know, it'll be something along the way basically doing like the long run. Basically have like, you know, lots of deuterium coming from this guy right here, Nox. This guy will be used to build Durian when he gets around to it, but you know, that's a little bit into the future. I also want to get this stuff up as well over here. Right, let's pass a turn.
Terraforming has been completed. External Affairs has a message for us.
I knew that was going to come eventually, so there's a declaration of war from those guys. And these guys are offering cooperation, so we'll take that. So we're now basically at war with these guys over here, so they can basically fight if they want to, but, well, they're currently in a place where I'm not going to have to worry about them, so that's fine.
Affirmative.
You know, I wouldn't mind grabbing, like, Korkios over here, especially that Iridium bonus, look at that. So, there's a nice, like, you know, endgame planet to, like, you know, build Iridium from. I'm not sure I basically have, like, you know, a system with, like, that much Iridium, so, no. That's a system I basically want to grab perhaps in the future, but we'll get to it when we get to it, so to speak. Let's get this stuff basically done here. Alright, Caldria's Caldria's basically done like, you know, terraforming right there.
Select a planet for terraforming.
This is terraform right there, I think. Now, I should probably note, by the way, there is, like, you know, a ship I can possibly get prior to, like, you know, getting the, well, there is right there, by the way, the colony ship right there. I'm ultimately aiming to get, like, you know, up to, like, Tech 5 for, like, this guy here, but along the way, getting, like, this guy along would be a good idea to get, so... I'm figuring right now I want to basically get up to Tech level 5 for, like, this guy here, this colony ship. So at this point, let's just like maybe boost this up here to like, you know, 70%. I'm just gonna lock this stuff like down here for like, 10, 10, 10 for the most part, so... Well, 10... 5, 15 maybe would be a good idea. Just to sort of like get this like, this text done over here a little bit and like, pour our like, our like research basically into this one right here for now. Oh cool, we're obviously done over here, so...
This system will be colonized.
Let's colonize that a little bit. I miss having my scout up here, but oh well, it's just a, a thing that happened, unfortunately.
Affirmative.
1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. We're basically gonna explore it in this direction with this guy in a moment, but so that'll be the plan of him.
Affirmative.
I don't know why it's basically like, not doing this immediately, but whatever. I'm just gonna build a fabricator here in like, Al Assad. Oh, you know what? I forgot to build this basically up, that's why. I forgot to build up my industry here, so let's do that right now. You're doing your thing. I could build like scanners basically over here, by the way. That might be a good idea, but really no need, I don't think so. Just a few of these, maybe a few fabricators. We'll build a solar panel space over here. Alright, excellent. So, Noxus is slowly building these basically up the like, the two refineries. Look at that basically going over here, and then like this guy can build maybe this up over here. It's all coming together very, very quickly, you know. I'll probably send one of these like space, like colony ships down to here to Korkios in a moment, but whatever.
Select a planet for terraforming.
I'm just gonna quickly just, colonize this planet when I get around to it, so I'll be playing with that guy. And I'm actually starting to run out of colony ships again, so that happened. And crap, these guys are around again, so you might get attacked in a moment again. Oh well. Now I will note, by the way, I would like to build like more colony ships, but because I'm like so close to basically getting access to like, the better ones, I'll probably just wait for them to get like the next one that come up. So I might just hold off on that for now.
We have a new technology.
There's this one done.
We have a new technology.
And this one done.
Terraforming has been completed.
We got cooperation with these guys over here, so that's nice to see. And just to sort of check out, I want to see if like these guys have like any contact with anyone. No one does, so that's great. Space dock, go! We're just gonna build that right there. You can build these basically up right here and build these right up after that, and these right after him. You can colonize right there.
Will be colonized.
Affirmative.
You're gonna basically colonize there in a moment. Actually, you know what? I won't really need to worry about like him alone over here. I guess I do if I want to basically like get down to Korkios. I want to like terraform this planet, I guess, but whatever. More aliens, by the way.
Select a planet for terraforming.
Let's get both of those guys basically working this planet right here. And yes, over here basically we're done like our research, so that's great. We'll lock that up. Lock that up. I'll take this out here eventually, but like this, like, you know, research. But, you know, for now we're just gonna, like, you know, boost this up a little bit, so it's fine for as is for now. I don't think there's any chance of wasting resources if, like, you know, you're so low basically in the attack. You know, you're not gonna get after, like, you know, 5 or 6 turns, so to speak, anyways. So. Let's keep moving along, so to speak.
We claim this system in the name of the
We have a new technology.
And there's my crappy cruisers, by the way. I'll call these crappy cruisers for the reference, by the way, because they basically have, like, you know, short range. And more often than not, this ship I've, like, you know, had bad, like, you know, issues with, because basically, like, you know, he'd probably be, like, you know, locked behind, like, you know, his, like, short range, like, you know, get to where he needs to go. Wish this guy had a lot longer range, but whatever. Here's where he is. And there we go. So all my ads are in the basket over here for, like, you know, biotech. I don't think I'll get basically this turn, so that's fine. We'll just, like, you know, make a really good rush basically to try and get it done.
Select a planet for terraforming.
Affirmative.
I'm gonna send these guys over here, I think, to
Select a planet for terraforming.
work on basically, like, terraforming these planets a little bit, I think. And this guy can move out of here at this point to go elsewhere, I think, so.
Affirmative.
You know, I'm gonna send this guy basically up here to look around here a little bit if I can, so why not? We'll do have him.
Affirmative. Affirmative. Affirmative.
Alright, so.
Affirmative.
Let's see what's basically over in this direction, I guess. We'll see who I basically see, so to speak. Alright, these guys here have built up their laboratories quite a bit. Let's just do that like so for now. You know, I want to build those right now, I think, but I'm actually really tempted to start getting Duranium basically up here to, like, you know, get this basically up and running, so maybe I'll do this instead for now. I mean, this is gonna be like my Duranium, like, you know, supply point right here, OSET, so we'll just get our Duranium basically, like, coming from here for now. How would you build this basically up here? Do this, and then we'll build, like, you know, that right after. So there's the plan basically for Heka in the long run. I think this sector is just going to do its own thing for a little bit, so I'll just, you know, build these things here, build these things here. Have a bit of this basically going.
Greetings from the glorious Omega Alliance. We extend our hand in friendship to your people on behalf of the Eternal V. Treat the V with the respect that they so rightly deserve, and we will remain friends.
Alright, so we found a Mega Alliance.
We have established contact with an alien culture.
And we found a Droglyph.
Greetings from the Khaoran Empire. We are a race of warriors. If you do not want us to prove it to you, stay out of our way.
And there's the Khaorans. Alright, so. Sector 1712 apparently. The heck? For some reason, we basically just found a Mega Alliance, vessel over here in this territory, but it's a neutron star. So, they maybe use a wormhole to Mega Alliance and land right there, maybe. Oh, he's right down here. Okay, so that makes more sense. All right, so we basically just found 2 more empires. Now, I want to know by the empire I'm really scared of right now is this guy over here. Something up with the the Khaorans in this game is they're really hostile, so they like to make war with you if they get the chance to.
Affirmative.
And Alcel is basically pretty close to their territory down here, so as well as Arcturus for that matter. These sects are gonna have to build really stable defenses basically for themselves, to offset basically this guy attacking me, so that'll be a thing they'll have to do. But in the meantime, let's see if these guys will be amenable to this sort of thing. And let's go from there, so to speak.
Affirmative. Affirmative.
So this guy basically up here for now to stay out of his territory. Alright, this guy's slowly building along. I'm trying to start building ships here at some point, but let's get this basically out of the way first. Then we'll build this basically up, and I'll start worrying about ships from this guy. I think will be the plan. You know what? It might make an idea to buy the fabricators at this point. I got the money for it. The faster I get this system basically up and running for building ships and stuff, the better, because he can do it. So why not? Just set him up for us, so to speak. Let's get those basically built right there. Then you can build this basically up. You can also build this stuff up as well, which you might want to do is too, but one thing at a time. You need more deuterium over here in Giant Fire, so Eborcum is currently not giving anyone deuterium, so let's maybe do that with him. I'll basically get this up and going. We'll build that, we'll build these. I like to build, by the way, a lot of food early on because food's your bread and butter, obviously, for growing empires and stuff. Always focus on food because it's important, so to speak. Let's get more intel over here for this guy. Now, I expect to get electrical war from the Khaoran, by the way, in a moment, because that's generally what they basically do when they first meet you. So I'll probably have the Khaoran basically attacking us very soon, but whatever. This is how it's going to be.
Select a planet for terraforming.
Just get to work basically terraforming that up a little bit. Hopefully these guys don't come to attack me, but they just might, so who knows, we'll see. Alright, we offered them an aggression tree for now. Nope, by the way, the Khaoran, if they accept my treaty, they're very likely just to not attack me. So
Affirmative.
that's the hope right now, is that these guys decide not to attack me if I basically give them the tree and stuff.
Affirmative.
All right, are these guys friendly or not? We'll basically find out in a moment, I guess.
Affirmative. Affirmative.
And yeah, these guys are set to be like friendly, so hopefully they don't get destroyed. I guess this system right here, I want him to just, like, you know, build up intel, I think, for now, so start building these up. We might need it very, very shortly. I guess it's time to build that basically up over here, just swarm network, so let's get this out of the way over here. And let's see what happens this turn. Hail? Uh-oh. Alright, so, my outpost is basically, like, you know, met one of these Bosians. It's very possible the thing might destroy my, like, you know, thing here, but, you know, let's just watch a fight. It looks like it's gonna retreat, that's good to see. So, my outpost is not actually strong in these things, so that's why I very much watched out for it being attacked, but oh well. It wasn't attacked, so that's great. It retreated.
We have established contact with an alien culture.
There's a Storgor, by the way. I think that was like the first mire I basically met in the Qatar, like, you know, playthrough I did like a while back, so there's these guys again.
Greetings from the Khaoran Trade Union. We are very pleased to meet your people. We look forward to a long and profitable future of trade and commerce with you.
Alright, so there's a Khaoran. These guys like to trade, so I might start trade with them in the future.
External Affairs has a message for us.
Alright, so they blew up my scout. Because why not? Now, don't bother, the Khaoran are also another, like, you know, faction I want to watch out for, because they can possibly, like, bribe away my guys, but, for now, they're pretty far from, like, these, like, you know, mires here, so I should be fine for, like, a little bit, so
Affirmative.
I should be okay. I kind of know I keep losing stuff, but whatever. Wow. So that's a Khaoran world, by the way, but they got planets up here. They got the, you know, corn over there as well. Interesting. Very interesting. But I'll note that these guys are chasing me around, just like, you know, Tarakite group, so he does have a mire basically on his side over here. As, you know, he's got two of these right there, as, you know, as you can see. So stuff's going on with that guy. Note that, by the way, the Khaoran declared war on us, so we are at war with them right now, so that's a thing. Alright, so the question I ask myself is, do I want to basically try and wait for, like, the advanced, like, you know, ships I'm going to be able to build? Or do I want to basically build, like, destroyers right now? And I'm just going to drop this down to, like, you know, less than it was right now, so let's unlock all this stuff here. I'll note basically right now, I can't build, like, you know, access to, like, you know, both the, like, AR-Con as well as, like, my, like, you know, destroyers and Vemers. But these ships are actually kind of weak, basically, like, at this point in the game, so I'm more trying basically to wait to, like, you know, get access to, like, you know, the ship I'm basically aiming for, the, like, you know, Bifurian. The thing about this ship, by the way, is that it has very powerful torpedoes and, like, you know, phaser banks. That can actually upgrade my Veers if I want to, but also the scan range ability of 1. And, you know, it's like something I should probably, like, you know about my, like, our vessels, by the way. So, something about the, like, you know, reference that they're actually really bad for, like, you know, some, like, aspects of, like what they're able to do. And I go through, like, their ships here, you'll see that the scan range for a lot of their ships, like, you know, they're, like, you know, their Dreadnought, for example, has a scan range of 2. And their battleship, but these are, like, your late game ships. But most of these ships, basically, for like, their friends are, like, you know, 1s or 0s, so unless it's, like, a scout. But the thing about their friends, I have to watch out for, like, their scan range, and if you look at the Beamer, by the way, down here, this thing has the scan range of 0. So this thing basically effectively, like, you know, runs around blind, where you're basically, like, you know, use it to, like, you know, defend yourself. Unless you have like, you know, ability to, like, see with, like, you know, your ships and such. And eventually, like, you have this guy which also has, like, you know, blind range, but whatever as well. That'll be a nice ship basically to get right there, the, like, you know, the Tarsimer, but, you know, this is a ship I just want to get right now, because it basically has at least a scan range of 1, and more importantly, it has, like, powerful weapons, so we want to basically book it to get that basically done, the research, I think, first, so we'll do that first. In the meantime, however, let's see here. I will note, by the way, that I am the Rotharian Star Network, right? So, my advantage is basically in, like, you know, intel and stuff. We're gonna put basically, like, mad everywhere where I can, so let's get those basically up and running. You're building those apparently, so that's fine. Build this, and build this. Alright, so we're at more of like the, like, you know, the Khaoran. I need to, like, check out here, see if, like, just, like any, like, you know, sectors are going to get around to me, but, you know, one thing about probably is what's happening right here. We're gonna offer him a friendship, by the way. I suspect right now that the Khaoran and the Khaoran are basically, like, you know, friends to each other. And as a result of that, these guys are basically going to be, like, you know, able to, like, cooperate with each other, perhaps. And possibly, like, be able to use, like, these guys, like, shipyards basically to run around, so that might be a thing that's going to be happening, like, you know, the Khaoran and, like, the Khaoran over here. That basically, like, you know, trying to, like, check out for now. No problem, we got, like, you know, this guy over here with, like, you know, a non-aggression tree, so that's nice to see. And yes. I'll note this system here is going to have to basically, like, focus on building up this, like, you know, defenses and such very soon. Actually, what I want to do right now, like this guy here, is build, like, you know, scanners, I think. So we're gonna buy this right now for this guy, and, like, you know, we can use that to, you know, look around, like, you know, that sector to see if, like, you know, what we can basically see in our, like, you know, field of influence. Same thing we'll do over here eventually as well, but, you know, we'll get to that when we get to that. You know, I actually should probably go through all my sectors at this point to, like, you know, get management basically on. Anyone who can is probably going to be, you know, focusing on their research quite a bit now. So fill up this. Go to the next sector. You're already doing what you're basically doing, it's fine. Go to the next sector. We can take this off now because we don't need to worry about, like, you know, titanium research anymore. Fill up my, like, you know, research here. So that's basically going up a little bit. Go to the next one here. This guy I'm finally leaving basically doing like what he's basically doing right now because basically, like, you know, got determined issues to worry about, so that's fine with him. Avos is still growing. Arch is already maxed out on stuff here. And after we basically get that done, just, like, you know, focus on, like, you know, a few of these maybe. This guy actually doesn't have this, like, you know, big of an issue for, like, you know, population wise, I guess, so I might be able to get away with, like, you know, leaving him with, like, 6 organic blood carriers here, so might be able to do that. And as a result, let him do his own thing for a little bit. They're doing their own thing for a little bit. Hecka's already reaching like mad. Eborkum. This is probably a good time to start buying, like, your laboratories and stuff like that, so we'll buy this upgrade right here. I could turn it into director basically on at this point, but, you know, it's not as big of an issue for me, I think, to, like, you know, just leave it off. Let's go like this for now. Get my research basically going nuts basically for this guy. Let's put those things right there of him. Kajam can focus on, like, you know, filling up his research, because why not? It can. We'll do have that guy when we get a chance to it. First, if we're gonna build a swarm number, it's kind of important on its own merits, but then, like, you know, we can start playing this stuff after. However, first is already maxing out its, like, you know, laboratory, so it's fine by him. Should probably at least fill up some of these at least over here, but whatever. Yeah, that's the thing about the AI manager, by the way. Sometimes you want to turn it off just to, like, you know, manually do stuff. Probably turn this basically on at this point. I'll leave this at 26 for this guy right here. I'll put the rest basically in intel over here for this guy. And while I'm at basically at just, like, you know, scrap, like, you know, some upgrades here in, like, your Ferris. We're already building up our vehicle simulator here in, like, you know, Zyret, but we'll probably have to build more, I guess, so... We'll start building these basically up here. Giant Fire's doing its own thing. Burger's doing its own thing. That guy could drop this stuff at this point to get this filled up. And nope, I'm dropping, like, the titanium from, like, you know, my sectors because like, you know, we basically have, like, access to, like, you know, Kentaurus now. I can use Kentaurus basically to supply all my, like, you know, titanium needs, so I don't need to basically have, like, this sector basically, like, you know, these other sectors basically, like, producing titanium if I need to. So basically, like, turning off, like, you know, titanium and eventually deter him very, very shortly, so to speak, so that'll be the plan. You've been colonized, you've been colonized. This guy needs to basically be, like, you know, focused on, like, you know, laboratories and stuff like that, so... Let's fill this basically up. Yeah, get that done in 3 turns, that's fine by me. Now the rest of these guys basically are, like, you know, pretty good to where they're basically at right now, so... Alright, so... Part of the reason for, like, going through all my sectors like that, by the way, to, like, you know, get them, like, you know, all doing their, like, you know, research and stuff like that, it's just for a simple reason is that, like, you know, I can basically get, like, you know, this research basically done a lot faster now, so I can possibly get my ships basically faster and, like, you know, be able to defend myself, like, you know, military-wise. Though, in the meantime, to sort of cap out this episode, I guess, something about, like, the, like, your friends, that they are very powerful, like, you know, intel and stuff like that, so what I want to do with them, I think, is go to my intel screen and, like, you know, start, like, you know, hampering this guy militarily, I think. So, here's the intel button. It basically takes you to the intel headquarters. I'll note that initially, like, all your intel will be, like, you know, set to, like, security for, like, your empire, and if you want to, you can basically, like, you know, portion of stuff basically out to, like, you know, do, like, our stuff. What I want to do right now is basically, like, drop all my, like, you know, my stuff here, most of it basically into, like, you know, sabotage into Khorans right now. Because the more sabotage I basically do to him right now, the more, like, you know, I'll be able to, like, you know, do to basically, like, you know, keep myself safe. Because basically, like, sabotage the military vessels, then, like, you know, he can't use them against me. We're gonna be aggressive, specifically against these guys right here. And we're just gonna throw all our, like, you know, stuff into his military sabotage for now. Maybe a little bit more than that, so... Basically, we'll have, like, you know, a little bit over 3,000, like, you know, intel points basically being thrown at the Klingon's military department. And I'll see what I can basically do to, like, you know, sabotage this guy a little bit. Alright, let's just go turn and see if I do any sort of damage to him, basically, intel-wise. I probably won't do anything on the first turn, but, you know, it's possible we might be able to, like, you know, do a little bit of damage to him a little bit. So we'll see what I can do to him.
We have a new technology.
Alright, that's research now, so there's my colony ship. And yeah, nothing basically happened the first turn for, like, intel, but, you know, hopefully, like, down the road it will, basically, if we do so. And it's gonna take a while to basically get this all researched up, but, you know, we'll work on it, basically. We'll get her basically out of the way. And yeah, I built the continuous scanner space over here in this guy, so this guy can actually see around him a little bit more. Oh, he actually can't. He doesn't have the power for it, so... We're gonna build this basically up for a turn, I guess. Basically need like previous space to power up like a continuum scanner, so that's what we'll basically do with this guy. Alright, I guess we'll just wait our turn, I guess, to see what happens. And look at that, he's already able to hit me in Al-Assad. Okay, so that's good to know. So yes, basically we've been bombarding this sector over here.
Has a message for us.
And we are changing government from this guy apparently over here, so that happened. He's not furious at me, this guy anymore, but you know, whatever. Alright, well, this guy doesn't want to be like, you know, friends with us apparently, so let's just try not aggressive with the Heon for now. Now, note by we basically got bombarded over here. It's very likely this guy sent Balaxes basically to attack me over here in Al-Assad. A wave countering damage basically to build up a minefield, I guess, so let's just do it right now. I actually have to build a gravitational turbine here first before I can actually do that, so... I'll basically build, like, you know, minefield basically in Al-Assad basically to help, like, you know, destroy the attacking ships on me, so we'll show off a little bit. And these guys here... I'll note by these, like, sectors out here are probably going to use for research right now, so... Let's just build these basically up here a little bit. And let's upgrade this here a little bit. This guy built up his laboratories over here, so that's great. What to do in Mesmer as a thing now, though. I guess for now we're just going to keep building up fabricators so I can basically build my ships a little bit fast over here, but you know. We're not in an optimal spot for this guy right here, unfortunately. This is bias over here, I think. Alright, Nox. I want Nox basically to build up his, like, determinate, you know, stores, so... Let's build 9 of these right now. That's his job, basically. Build up his, like, you know, determinate stores, so... Get to it, so to speak. He bombs me again.
Terraforming has been completed.
Now, no bother, like, when you're basically being bombed, you have, like, you know, a chance to, like, stars being destroyed and people being killed, so that basically happened in Al-Assad over here. We basically lost 2 structures of some sort, and, like, you know, people are killed. And I can see what's basically attackers right here, so he basically has, like, you know, a mix of, like, Diablos, as well as, like, you know, or not Diablos, but demons and, like, you know, those, like, starfires over here. And a bastard blew up my space dock! That bastard! That's the building I basically got right there. You got my space dock, unfortunately. But we can build a minefield basically to help, like, you know, damage these ships when he basically attacks me, so let's put that on right now.
This system will be colonized.
It might be a bit of a risk basically colonize this right now, this sector, but you know, I'm just going to grab it for the sake of grabbing it right now. This one I don't really care about colonizing this much anymore though, so we can do whatever it wants to.
This system will be colonized.
I think these guys are going to head down toward this, like, sector down here to, like, you know, get Korkios for me, so
Affirmative.
that'll be their job. And by the way, when we're basically going to be attacked like this, it actually hurts your morale, like, overall for, like, everyone, so... It's not good to be attacked, by the way, in this game, but whatever. I'll note that for, like, the, like, Fairness is not too bad because you only lose, like, 1 morale each turn, but, you know... you still don't want to be attacked, basically, is the thing with them. Let's build this stuff over here. This guy's just exploring around over here, which is fine by me. Now, don't bother this guy over here is like, you know, currently like, you know, stranded because he basically lost the, like, you know, space dock from like this guy over here. Which sucks, but oh well.
We claim this system in the name of the Rotharian Star Network. We claim this system in the name of the Rotharian Star Network.
We got bombed again.
External Affairs has a message for us.
Now, don't bother over here like Al-Assad, because I basically built like the like, you know, minefield over here. This should actually start damaging their ships if they basically like, you know, attack me again. So next turn we should probably see some of these guys basically get blown up. And that'll be good basically to like, you know, force their attack on me a little bit. In the meantime, let's just rebuild my dock here, I guess. And apparently I lost a farm here, by the way, which sucks, but well, it's just, you know, par for the course. You'd be blowing up my stuff. Actually, you know what? This guy should build up a scanner right away, so you can basically see stuff coming at him. Build this. I'm gonna have to basically build the air stuff up here as well, but whatever, it's fine. And we're just gonna manually, like, you know, use this guy around as well. Basically, right now, I'm just trying to get this, like, you know, concept of a space dock and, like, you know, get over to Corkius. So that's what I'm gonna do with, like, these like spaceships over here.
Affirmative. Affirmative.
And just looking around where you can. And this guy's just doing whatever he wants to, so build this. We're actually gonna buy that rather. Just why not? Let's build these right after. Giant fire. Build up this stuff here, I guess. And we'll build this stuff over here. Yeah, no problem. We have the measure. I actually a warning space from being bombed, so we're about to be bombed again. Who knew? My manager did. Ooh, look at it. We got ourselves a non-aggression card for the Heon there, so that's done. So basically, they're happy to, like, you know, get that with us. Let's try and get some trade with them as well. So, want trade? If I can trade the Heon, I can, like, you know, start doing that in, like, you know, in a couple turns. That'll be nice days to do. Alright, one more turn to, like, see if I basically, like, you know, blow up the attacking, like, you know, Khaoran, like, you know, ships here.
Terraforming has been completed.
Boom! So he did attack me, but he has ships basically blown up by, like, my minefield. So that's how you can basically use minefields to, like, you know, sort of protect yourself.
Affirmative.
Alright, well, not really worried about this guy being attacked anymore because, like, you know, he's able to defend himself there a little bit. Sort of defend himself there a little bit. He's sort of, like, you know, got thrashed, but it's, you know, par for the course. We're just gonna build this right now, just so I don't forget about it. Basically, I want to get this basically online to, like, you know, actually need a power basically to turn it on, but whatever. We want to turn it basically on so this guy can supply, like, the energy to, like, the rest of the sectors I need to knock, so that'll be his, like, you know, work in order. Built this right here.
This system will be colonized.
Yeah, as we slowly go along here, just doing our stuff. Alright, so there's the swarm network built in Referris over here, by the way. I can simply basically turn it on now, so we basically get a little bit more, like, you know, stuff basically done with, like, you know, the rest of my empire. Boom. So that basically boosts up my morale, by the way, so we basically have, like, you know, nice little, like, you know, increase in morale, like, every turn for, like, my capital. Very important basically to have, like, you know, for like, you know, the late game, because basically as your morale basically goes up, the more, like, you can basically do and stuff like that. I don't like the fact that they have the intel basically to block my, like, you know, intel attacks against them, the Khaoran, but oh well. Hopefully as they get more intel, they'll be, like, you know, less you know, thing they basically do to themselves, to, like, defend themselves against me. And let's just go one more turn. We got bombed.
External Affairs has a message for us.
Apparently the ship didn't get blown up that time, but whatever, it's fine. We got the trading with the Heon there. Mizar here can build a space dock now. Now basically just turn this stuff basically on like so. Enable, enable, enable. Boom. Perfect. It'd help if I put this in the right place, but whatever. Put that there. And I guess for now, for our choice here, just gonna, like, you know, just sort of hang out doing stuff, so. Let's build that for a few turns. Now, I don't buy there is, like, our defense I can actually build to defend myself, like, you know, I can build a shield there, basically shield my guys from, like, damage. I can build, like, an orbital battery to blow them out of the sky. All important things I can possibly build if I want to. They take resources to build this stuff, though, so the mine feels like a simple defense I, like, you know, do for now. And really what I need to do is to, you know, probably upgrade, like, the, like, you know, stuff here for this guy, so. Get that going, I think. Abydos is over here. I was built that basically up, build these basically up. Great thing for you to do right now. Titanium! Like crazy, that's what this guy's all good for. Build some more titanium for me. Murga. You know, I could build a continuum scanner basically here in Murga, but, you know, I think we'll hold off on that for now. I'd rather, like, get, like, you know, maybe a transport out here to build, like, an outpost, I think, so. This guy isn't necessarily on the front line himself, is the plan. I would like to build this here at some point, but whatever. Let's just get this guy to, like, you know, upgrade his stuff a little bit more, I think. Alright, well, my empire is under attack, but we're basically, like, you know, forcing the attacks with, like, minefields and stuff like that. We'll basically have a space dock here in a moment to, like, get over here to the Korkios. I don't have to sort of figure out what I'm just gonna do, like, you know, the deal, like, you know, stuff happening over here. Oh yeah, no, by the way, because this guy's basically got, like, his plans up here. He's definitely cooperative, like, the, you know, the Khaoran, the Heon over here, so I have to watch out for that. That's basically how, like, he's able to get up here, like, the, you know, LSI. Basically got, like, you know, cooperation with, like, Storgor, so he's able to, like, you know, cross up to here if he wants to. Oh, I was gonna start in a corner. Well, whatever. In the next episode, I'll basically probably do, like, trade routes and stuff like that, but for now, and by the way, Nox, I think, build up its, like, you know, thing here, so. Yeah. Nox basically over here basically has his, like, you know, his, like, determinate fire online, so basically able to supply everyone with, like, a determinate if we want to, so. We have the turn basically here, I guess, or. Is it not online? Yeah, that's the thing right now. I have to turn this basically online, so... There. It's not optimal basically doing it this way, but you know... Without basically online, we'll be able to, like, you know, use that to turn basically from, like, Nox basically now to, like, you know, supply my other, like, needs and such, so... That's finally basically underway, so to speak. Alright, well... I'll see you next time, but for now, just take care.